Welcome, my dear lovely listeners, to Devi's Horror Nights. Today, I, Devi, will narrate a gripping and heartwarming story that unfolded at 30,000 feet above the ground. The center of the story is Abhijeet, who came across a spirit on a flight. The story is after a short disclaimer that this channel aims to share entertaining and real life stories, including haunted experiences. However, we do not promote beliefs in ghosts or the supernatural. Abhijeet, a 28-year-old software engineer, hailed from a middle class family. He had always been a committed and practical individual. His life revolved around codes, algorithms, and technological innovations. Abhijeet had made Bangalore his home, where he worked for a prominent tech company. Abhijeet held a strong disbelief towards paranormal activities. His mother's stories of spooky occurrences were met with raised eyebrows and logical explanations. Despite growing up surrounded by tales of the supernatural, Abhijeet had always brushed them off as myths and imagination. However, fate had a different plan for him. While embarking on a flight from Delhi to Bangalore, Abhijeet encountered a departed soul. He had just boarded the flight. The cabin lights were dimmed. He was very tired, so he decided to stretch his legs. Abhijeet strolled to the back of the plane. As he reached the backside, he encountered another man, a fellow traveler standing in the shadows. Just to kill time, Abhijeet went close to the guy. Casually, they shook hands and got engaged in some conversation. The two were sharing bits of their lives, laughter, and stories from their journeys. After a few minutes, the man bid Abhijeet farewell, disappearing into the darkness of the plane. Abhijeet returned to his seat. He noticed that the lady who was sitting beside him was engrossed in a photo album. Under the soft glow of her reading lights, she was busy flipping some pictures from the photo album. Fascinated, he couldn't help but glance at the images, only to realize that they were snapshots of the man he had just conversed with at the back of the plane. Oh, I just met him behind. He's friendly, Abhijeet remarked, thinking it was a pleasant coincidence. The lady fixed him with an intense gaze. Are you sure? Abhijeet said yes. Just a few minutes back, we two were conversing. The lady said, I can't believe you. He's my husband, and yes, he's on this plane, but he's in the coffin below in the cargo area. I'm taking his dead body back home. Abhijeet's mind was thrown into a whirlwind of disbelief and shock upon knowing from his fellow passenger that the man he had conversed with just moments ago was a departed soul. Abhijeet's mind was thrown into a whirlwind of disbelief and shock upon knowing from his fellow passenger that the man he had conversed with just moments ago was a departed soul. Abhijeet, still in a state of shock, turned to the lady seated beside him. In a shaky voice, he asked for her name. She introduced herself as Suhasini. In an attempt to capture the truth, He requested to see the photo album she was holding, hoping that flipping through its pages would bring clarity to the otherworldly meeting he had just experienced. Suhasini passed the photo album to Abhijeet, opening up about her late husband's life. While she was talking about him, Abhijeet sensed the quiet but definite presence of the soul of the departed man, as if his spirit was watching over his wife. As the plane touched down in Bangalore, Abhijeet offered his support to Suhasini in the journey of laying her husband to rest. Ultimately, their paths separated, but the impact of that night's unforgettable journey remained carved in his heart, forever changing his viewpoint on the mysteries of life. So, here comes the end of the story. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed this incredible story, then don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share with your friends. Until next time, bye bye.